Well, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to this week's show here at Miami's Community Newspapers. I'm Mark Trowbridge from our Coral Gables Chamber of Commerce, and as always, I'm joined by America's favorite paperboy,
Grant Miller here. Hey,
Grant, you are looking very dapper today.
Well,
I feel like maybe you've been outside.
Well, today I had to pick up all the supplies that we left at Evelyn Greer Park because we had Governor DeSantis, and then one of the delivery.
I like how you pronounce his name, Ron DeSantis.
And then one of the delivery people says, I can't make it today. So I said, hey.
Got to step up, bro.
I said, no problem. He says, can I work tomorrow? I go, no.
Well, congratulations getting a sitting governor at your luncheon. And how was the crowd? Were they rowdy? Were they mostly conservative?
No, it was interesting because it was not a Republican crowd. It was a mixed crowd. And some things he got cheered on, some things he didn't get cheered on.
Any booing?
No booing. You know?
All right, so people respect.
Yeah, good. Right. He was he walked in at exactly what time he said he was going to walk in. Spoke for 45 minutes.
Wow, that's a long presentation.
Though. Yeah, he was good.
You know. Is it a stump speech?
I don't think so because he talked about he was at Freedom Tower an hour before.
Yeah, who's in his entourage? Was the lieutenant governor with him?
No, but the lieutenant governor did show up. Yeah. She showed up before him, and she's my favorite. She's a local.
We love the lieutenant governor, Jeanette Nunez, and great member of the House of Representatives for many years. I don't know whether this is a true story or not, but it's been told to me that she was on the short list to be a running mate for Adam when he was the front runner for the Republican.
Adam Putnam
for the Republican primary back in 2018. And when the future governor won the primary, he approached her. She'd been vetted. She had served as president pro tem. And
she's lovely. Everything about her. She's 100%.
And I guess, she said, well, we don't know each other super well, but here are some things that would be important to me if I'm going to continue to serve. And he said, whatever you need. And I think they've been a great team. She certainly knows South Florida well, certainly knows Miami-Dade well, certainly knows the Latino community well. And so, I'm sure she's been good counsel to the governor.
And her chief of whatever it's called is former City Miami Commissioner Sanchez.
That's right. That's her body man.
Right.
Joe Sanchez.
So
he ran for mayor of the city of Miami and lost to Tomas Regalado a number of years ago. But I always enjoyed working with Joe. He was
you like
a great
my Miami-Dade hat?
I loved it. Did Alex give that to you? I feel like isn't he the president?
Cruz? No. Oh, Dr. Cruz. Yes.
Yes. Alex?
Anthony.
Sorry, Anthony.
He gave it to me. And of course, I keep my label on top. That's the trend.
So
who's this new guy we got in town?
We have Diego. He's sitting here.
Diego, can you come around for us? Come around.
Don't worry, Diego. We have one listener at the moment.
Right now.
More people will listen to us later.
Diego, can you wave?
Diego, he is with our chamber. He's doing his summer internship with us.
You're good right there. And say hi to Mom.
Hi, Mom.
You'll send it to her.
I will.
Okay.
He's gotten a lot of FaceTime today. He was on camera at the city commission earlier.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so.
Big day. This never happens at UCF. Does this happen at UCF? Nah, sometimes.
All right, so let's talk about your weekend, Mother's Day weekend.
Oh, God.
Leave your mama alone. She's special.
I love my mother. I'm taking nothing away from that. But when we have to share Mother's Day and my birthday, it's a struggle for me.
How many times in your lifetime will it come around?
It's happened enough. I want to say probably 7 times, maybe 8.
So you got a lot of time to spend with your mom.
I did not spend time with her the last time that it happened, but I think I've spent every other dual Mother's Day birthday together. And it won't happen again for 11 more years because of Leap Day. Oh, of course. My sister was there, her husband, my nephew.
Did you buy dinner for everybody?
Yes. It's birthday.
And where'd you go?
My sister threw in a little bit, but I took care of my nephews, my mom, myself.
We have a new cameraman, Gerald.
Hi, Gerald. Nice to see you.
And when you're walking around, grab me a water.
Please.
Okay.
Poor Gerald. You want a sip of mine?
No, that's okay.
Mine is the same brand as the company that you put starch in your shirts, Niagara.
Oh. Okay. All right. So what else did you do with
Maybe
your
it's
mom?
pronounced Niagara.
Ah.
So yeah, so it was fine. I wrote a little story about it. I don't know if it's up on social media. Diego, can you get access? Do you have access to our social media? Our Instagram? Let me see if it's up. So, one of the ways that I heal from a difficult situation, or
Right. You're right.
I write. So, 700 words. But I sent it to our social media person, and she's like, "Oh my gosh, can I post this? It's so funny." And I said, "Sure." So she said she was putting it up today. So I don't know if it made it or not. Oh, maybe here it is.
So, any chamber events this week?
We have two big events.
When?
So we have an event. It's not there. We have an event tomorrow night with the Consular Corps.
Where?
At the deck at Island Gardens.
It's beautiful there.
It is beautiful there, and we're doing it outside Coral Gables because they're a new member of ours. They're a presenting sponsor, along with Nero Immigration Law, Sora Global, Avanti, American Airlines. So we've got about 100 or so folks coming, which is nice, and it should
Very
be a nice evening. We've got this nice breeze going on the next day or two.
What time is that event?
That's at 5, so I hope you will come. We could do a nice little video. It's a beautiful venue.
I cannot go. I have a doctor's appointment.
Oh, okay. Can you send somebody?
Maybe, because his eyes been bothering me, and every doctor says it's
Bothers
okay.
me looking at it.
Okay, what other events do you have?
And then Friday we're doing a Café con Chamber, which of course is our about every other month event where we interface with a lot of prospects and we
In the morning.
meet them where they are. Yeah, it's a
Where?
cafecito. This time it'll be at a new restaurant on Miracle Mile called Well Fed, which is how I also describe myself.
That's us.
Well Fed, and it's at 277 Miracle Mile. It's just been open a few weeks, and so Enrique runs the place, and they're hosting us not only for this, but for the Wind Down Wednesday coming up in June.
Is that WINE or WIND?
WIND. Wind, like wind it down. You know how you like wind down at the end of the day?
Right.
I don't think you ever do that.
What, wind down?
Yeah, I think you're always like super like energized. You're like the little energizer bunny. Do you know that was one of the biggest failed commercials and branding?
What?
Because a lot of people thought that bunny was Duracell.
What was it?
Energizer, which is another competing brand. Duracell was, the copper top battery that everybody knew better. And so they really struggled that a lot of people didn't know that was their brand, that little bunny.
Well, I have to take a picture of you and me while we're here.
What happened to your phone? Did you drop it?
No, Dr. Cruz just sent me a text.
Oh, tell Anthony, I'm sorry, I called him Alex.
Yeah, that's right. He won't know. All right, so let's talk about so the trip. You came back, drove all night to get away.
I drove all night to get home. Yeah, I didn't get home till about 10:30. I had gotten up at 5:30 because it's like a 3-hour drive.
Right.
The only cool thing I get to do is that I always gas up around like Jupiter or Port St. Lucie, and I always go to a Wawa. We don't have a lot of Wawas here.
We got one on Bird Road. We're going to have one
in the Gables.
No, we don't know that yet.
Oh, we're going to have one there. It's going to be delightful.
I thought they're in a lawsuit with each other.
Oh, they're having a little bit of a family feud. So you go in there. They have nice, clean bathrooms.
Why is that special?
They have, because I'm going to have to use the bathroom when I'm taking a little road trip. And, I've been drinking, water to keep myself awake and soda and everything. It's a hike. It's 185 miles. So.
Okay, so.
But now I have Lolita back. So, I'm happy in my car. Remember, Lolita got hit by an Amazon truck.
Right. Please, everybody knows that. Okay, let's talk about
Why didn't say everybody knows that? I don't think we discussed that. Let me tell you something. I had to drive a Jeep Cherokee for 5 weeks while Lolita was in the shop. A car A don't fit in, and B, every time I'd go out to the parking lot and I couldn't find Lolita, I thought she'd been stolen because I forgot. Oh, I'm in a loner.
Well, let's talk about
what? My mother?
No, Formula One. The Super Bowl every week.
So I was out of town other than Thursday. Well, I guess Thursday, Friday. Friday was the practice runs, right?
That's what I hear.
So I'm not really into Formula One. No big,
I
no
hear
big whoop to me.
I hear there are a lot of issues, but I know one thing: 85,000 people were buying products off the. Everybody said, "Well, it's only on the camp of the track," but hotels, restaurants.
Oh, I think everybody did well. I don't know if they're going to do a formal economic impact study. So I heard a guy talking on the news who runs something called Miami Race Week. So is that an official like host committee like Super Bowl is?
I don't think there's I don't think there's a host committee.
Yeah, so I didn't know. I know who this guy is. He used to plan events around town, but now he
was trying to plan
Tony
something.
Albello. Have you heard of him before?
Yeah, I know who he is, but
called himself the head of the race week, but I didn't know if there were other ancillary.
Well, this is our first time it's going, and it's pretty exciting. Good coverage. Traffic was backed up, I understand. It doesn't matter. It brought people into the town. You like this hat, don't you?
By the way, I do like that hat. And I also heard that to get a hat at Formula One, it'd be $80 or $90. Like I went on opening day to see the Marlins play.
How much was a hat?
My hat was like 35 or 36, and it's awesome because it's like gray with like a pink Marlin on it.
Well, I got Miami-Dade College from Dr. Cruz.
That's nice. That looks like kind of We Are Family back in the Willie Stargell age.
Oh, that was good marking.
Yeah, it's got the side of the hat. Remember that?
Yeah, Mark, you look
Pittsburgh.
You look so skinny.
Pirates. Well, I was telling Diego, I work out
Diego,
with the
new intern.
Yes. You think people have forgotten in the last 8 minutes?
Okay, so
Diego.
Diego.
Do you know his mom?
Do I know your mom?
Cynthia. She's on our board.
Cynthia Diego.
City National Bank. Cynthia Lloreña.
Oh, yes.
I love that. He's like,
oh, yes. You wait until I talk
I'm
to your mom.
working on my pronunciation because I've been saying it wrong. And he told us yesterday. We took him to a lunch yesterday to welcome him to the job. Then we announced everybody had COVID. And he came back today. So I think that's really cool. So, he goes to UCF.
Hey.
I've already given him a hard time about that.
Yeah, because it's not UF.
No, because they beat us in the bowl game, and I'm still pissed.
Well, all right. So let's finish about Formula One.
Mom?
No, Formula One.
Yeah, so my niece and nephew went. I think they went all 3 days. I think they thought it was really awesome. But that's like their thing. That's like a thing that they do together, I think, as a couple.
Cute.
And so I think they really enjoyed it. I think, they've got a great partnership with Formula One through Marriott, where my niece works. And I know they stayed out at the W. They have a great partnership with American Airlines. And so Christine and team were out there with the whole crew. And
any of your friends go?
I think it'll just get better.
Any of your friends go?
Well, I thought one of them did, but I'm not sure now.
No, but like Sarah didn't go?
No, Sarah was already gone. She and Mario are in Scotland.
Really?
Yeah, so listen to this. So Mario got invited to go on this cool golfing trip with Martin Lynch, who used to be, of John Martin's.
Martin Lynch. I just love that guy.
I love him too. So he puts together his golf junkets in Scotland and Ireland. It's mostly links golf.
Wait, but he puts it together to make money, or just because?
I think it's a little bit of both, and to show off the courses. And of course, he's an Irish.
Is he a golfer?
Oh, he's a great golfer.
Come on.
You can be a chubbo and golf well. You just gotta swing around your belly.
I love people. He used to eat in a Capri a lot, and people walk in and go, "Hey, John." I go, "You guys are idiots."
He's the Martin. John was his business partner.
Right, Martin Lynch.
So anyway, he had this trip planned, and I think he had a slot and offered it to Mario, and Mario's like, "I'm going." So Sarah and he went a few days early, like a week early.
Well, they play a bunch of golf courses.
I think that's what he'll do. He'll stay an extra week.
Ireland has great golf courses.
Think about it. They do links golf, so it's those big, wide open fairways and pretty tough elements with the wind and.
You play golf?
Haze. No, I play miniature golf.
Goonie golf, I call it.
You know what I'm really good at?
Let me hear. I hear a lot of things. But
driving the cart. What do you hear?
I hear you're very good. Your putter is very good.
My putting is very good. I putter around. Yeah, I can really hit it through the windmill without a whole lot of resistance. So I'm good at driving the cart. That's what I'm great at.
Okay, so Formula One, big success.
I think they'll just get better every time they do this. They've got a 10-year agreement.
With
which
who?
is awesome.
Oh, with Formula One.
Formula One. So we've got 9 more years to get it together. And so I think, from talking to my nephew, obviously traffic, they've got to work on ingress, egress, parking. There really is no parking because they've had to use and activate the course. It's hot.
So what are they going to do?
It's hot in May. I'm not sure that's the best month for us on that circuit.
Okay, so the question I have is, so now dolphin season's here. Are they going to take the track down?
I was out there for at least one Dolphins game, and what I would tell you is all that infrastructure was there, like the gondola, the auxiliary roads. I think they take down all of the seating, the kind of faux marina that they built that was kind of cool.
They built a fake
the hospitality suites,
right?
So this is a sport that a lot of money follows. James Beard himself was there.
Who?
The James Beard people themselves were there cooking, and entrees were like $300.
Well,
somebody's paying that, because otherwise you couldn't.
I think there are a lot of corporate companies in there. It's
yeah, I mean that's why Marriott got involved, but Marriott also had hospitality presence. Same with American Airlines as well. So I don't know. I think if an event like that can bring in $300-400 million a year, that's like getting a Super Bowl every year.
Right.
Same thing with the Orange Bowl. We have the Orange Bowl every year. Some year we have a semifinal. Some years we have a final. And that's another cool opportunity.
Well, for a big city, like Francis Suarez got the soccer built, going to get it built. I think it's a huge thing what Francis helped coordinate. I know that Russia was the last push.
Well, I think there will be some anxiety about that until what I always call, sort of like the big aha moment. People felt that way about Lone Depot Park, Marlins Park. And now, it's all is forgiven, and people go there and they love the park and they love the product and they love baseball. We're in a community where baseball really is king, and soccer is going to rival that. And so, I don't know how their seasons overlap, but
I hope they do. I like.
There's something for everybody to do, and then you throw a Formula One in there. I think they said 300,000 people came from out of town. Room rates were over $1,000 a night Formula in May. Yeah.
Wow,
that's what folks are telling me, because Marriott, has a bunch of hotels in place, so we knew what.
Yeah, it wasn't just Dade County; it's Broward.
So when David Whitaker puts out his report in June, and he talks about room rate, RevPAR, and occupancy, we will lead the world for that first weekend in May, which will drive us into the shoulder season.
Okay, so let's talk.
May's really the end of season.
Talk to me about the Derby.
Kentucky Derby.
Yep.
So the Beaux-Arts folks had a fundraising event.
Where? I wasn't invited.
At Francesca's house, called Talk Derby to Me. And
I like that.
And so you could I don't know, pay $20 for a ticket, and you got the name of one of the horses that was in the field. The Kentucky Derby always has the largest field. 20, 21, 22 horses. Do you know why that is?
No.
Shortest distance. So a lot of horses aren't built for the length of Belmont.
Right.
So, it's a good distance for a 3-year-old. And, it's a Kentucky Derby. It's the first leg of the Triple Crown. And
so I speak about Belmont.
Yeah.
In
New York.
I met Patricia Will.
She's lovely.
She is lovely.
Patricia Will is with the CEO and founder of Belmont Village, which is the senior living facility that is partnered with our friends at Baptist Health South Florida. They are building great guns there right next to the shops at Merrick Park. And she addressed our chamber a couple of years ago, and I know 2 things about her. She is fearless and absolutely determined to provide a place for people who want to age in place, but also then have whatever support they need, from a doctor or medical professional. And I like that.
All right, let's talk about health. You look incredible.
Well, you're very kind. I mean, I would say I turned 54 on Sunday. Thank you. You're very aggressive.
I am.
And I feel better than I have felt in years. I'm thinner than I have been in a decade, maybe longer.
But you feel great?
Yes, I do. The only challenge that I have is that after a workout, I'm sore. Even after 10 months of this, your body's supposed to kind of settle in. I'm
Uh-uh.
sore. I was telling Diego, like today,
Diego.
Tuesday morning, we start with, leg presses. So, I'm like back on my back with my feet like in the air, and, he's adding weight. And so I think it's 2 45-pound plates on that. So, leg lifting, leg pressing, 90 pounds there, plus whatever the bar is. Then it's pop over for a superset. And I'm doing, weights overhead, on a barbell, on an incline. Then it's over to the squat machine that he's added 90 pounds to.
Well,
to
like today, I worked out.
Yeah.
I was sore getting out of bed, sore getting there. I'm like, the age is finally getting me. But if you don't go,
not that it's just I didn't do machines on Friday because we had the small business summit, so that just extra
and you didn't
4
work out
days.
this weekend.
I worked out on Saturday, but I did the workout he wrote for me, which is a recovery workout. So I'm doing some pull downs and I'm doing some seated rows. But
Diego, do you work out?
He does, and he was lamenting the fact that he's ready to get back into his routine. But he's a guy that does deadlifts. What do you deadlift?
Like weight.
Yeah.
Come on,
I don't calculate it, but I average, or like I typically do like 90.
All right. But you do a lot of reps. You could do that with Grant. He's 90 pounds.
Yeah.
We'd have to wet him though.
200 pounds. 202 ish.
Yeah. So he's gonna. I think it's just getting into your routine and staying in it. And this was the longest, maybe other than when I was a member at Iron Tribe, that I have like been on a regimen with the trainer, and then I do my own thing.
Right. Well, you look great. Your body. It's not that you lost weight. Your body has form now. I'm getting jealous.
All you have to do is,
step up.
Join me on a Tuesday morning. Here's the best thing. So after we're done, I get to lay on this cool waterbed machine that like massages you for 10 minutes. And that's all I am thinking about the entire workout. That's all I'm thinking about is that I will get to do that. So.
Okay. So we got this week is National Economic Development Week.
Yep. I was at City Commission earlier today and
City of Coral Gables.
Yeah. Spoke before the commission, and the city of Coral Gables did a presentation and honored a few companies.
And you also have Gables Global Grove. For what? What is that?
Well, that's the consular reception I was telling you about tomorrow night.
At the deck.
At the deck at Island Garden.
At 5 o'clock.
So we have about 100 or so folks.
Yeah, I'm bummer because I got to get
your appointment at 5?
4:45, but I'm going to go early. I'll try.
We'd love to have you.
I know it's a deck, so the pizza there is good.
I don't know what's on the menu, but they've been incredibly generous.
And you have 100 RSVPs already?
A little over, yeah. About 25 people coming from the consulates, and then the balance, 75 or 80.
It's beautiful. You got to get off.
But can I tell you, a lot of folks were like, "Why is it there? Why isn't it in Coral Gables?" Because we've done this for years in the Gables. And I said, they're a partner, sponsor, and a member of ours.
Well, when you go there,
you'll fall in love with it.
Exactly. You go there, you go. Because
beautiful.
Everybody drives to Miami Beach. You don't look down there, and you're there.
So you come over the causeway, and then you get off where you get off for the Children's Museum. So it's 888 MacArthur Causeway.
Or getting off the Parrot Jungle Island.
But when you're coming from the east to west.
Yeah, but when you get off and walk out there and you see those yachts.
Oh, yeah, the mega yachts. That's part of the show.
I know.
I was there a number of years ago with my niece, and we went to I think it was welcoming the new Consul General of Turkey. And it was a beautiful evening. And, they were also just opening a consulate. And so Burak was, very welcoming and gracious. And he's since just now been replaced because, normally the consuls are here 3 or 4 years, and then they head back. They either retire or they're reposted.
All right. What else we got?
I like how you look at yourself. And
I'm looking at my eyes, but it looks fine.
Is it twitchy?
No, it's just like swells up. And every eye doctor. No, it's wide open. But the eye doctor says, so I want to get a second. Okay, we got the Gable. We did that. We got, what is there to talk? We got, annual conference planning. We still doing
we got a meeting on Friday with our incoming chair, Thad Adams. I think we're getting pretty close to
Was
being
he
ready
any good in
to-
football? Was he? Do you remember him?
I don't remember him, but he was apparently quite the stud at Gables High, and they recruited him at UF.
And that's impressive.
And he played DB,
DB. So Thab, he's not. He's going to be the chair. He's going to be the next president,
next chairman.
of Coral Gables Chamber.
That's right.
Wow. Alan Morris, do you understand? He's going to work less. How's the book reading happened yet?
No, we had to move it because Alan was a little under the weather.
When is the
End
next
of
one?
May.
Not that I'm going to read the whole book, but I read the
Cliff's notes.
Yeah, Cliff Notes. Okay, we now have 25 new members in April.
That was the month of April. We had a really good April, and I don't have an update on where we are.
Is Jennifer sick too?
Jennifer is in the office. She is doing well. She has avoided, any of the respiratory issues that are going on in the office.
What else is exciting happening at the chamber other than Diego?
Well, I think, we're heading into the summer months, so it's a lot of planning. It's a lot of work around the annual conference. We've got a couple of other events, obviously, that we like to do. We'll be putting together our Rising Star program. We'll be putting together, as you know, the consular reception. That's tomorrow night. And then just, coming in for a soft landing. It's been a tough year. We've had some stops and starts. But, last Friday we had a great small business summit. We had our Diamond Awards, and I think people.
I try to make the Diamond Awards. I'm in Doral. They lose my car. They put it on another lot, so I missed your event.
Were you driving a red Jeep like I was?
No,
I had returned my Jeep by then, so I didn't know if they gave it to you. What do we got here? We got some notes. Happy birthday. Thank you very much.
Wait, who's doing this? I thought Morgan was sick at home.
Oh, she might be at home. She is
Who's Doug
under the
Williams?
weather, but
Is that the quarterback for the Redskins?
he was.
Coral Gables.
But Doug Williams, is there going to be a show today? Oh, that was earlier.
And George Gonzalez wishes you a happy birthday.
Thank you, George. And then you've got Win.
We don't know what that is. They have a 10-year
Win
contract. They
DDDD.
better have a support group. What else? They had an umbrella sky, whatever that means. Well, I'm glad that Morgan's feeling good enough to work. Right?
Well, that's good news. She was supposed to work from home today anyway, so we're just pretending like that's what's happening.
Okay.
She's got a lot going on because we got a big week next week, and we just announced our breakfast speaker, which is the superintendent of schools.
I heard him.
We'll be the first chamber that he will.
I heard him speak.
Where?
At Palmetto Bay. A little for the city.
Oh yes, that wasn't an
No.
event. It was a reception.
He uses the word "we." I love that. And
Well, he comes from an HR background, so I think he's quite, egalitarian in that way. But, I think he is the right leader to follow as such a strong and dynamic personality as Alberto. Because one, he has no aspirations to be like Alberto.
right.
He is going to be a quiet, thoughtful, very inclusive leader. And I've had a chance to chat with him. We have a longtime friend in common that I grew up with in Ohio, Kamala Patton, and then she's the superintendent of schools over in Collier County, where he was the deputy before he came back. So anyway, that's Thursday, May 19th. That's our monthly Good
I'm
Morning
excited about
Coral
that
Gables.
because I think that he's going to do a great job.
Yeah, so please do me a favor, and if you're planning on attending, register today. We have a short window to
May 19th.
get everybody registered. Yeah, so it's next Thursday. So we're working with his team. I want to thank Shaquelia and Lisa Thurber, and of course everybody in the superintendent's office
I have not asked
for
you
working with us.
I have not asked you if you could MC Jimmy Morales May 18th that morning.
The morning of May 18th.
Yeah.
That's a Wednesday.
Yeah. We'll talk about
We
it.
can talk about it. Probably.
Jimmy Morales, COO of Miami-Dade County.
They refer to him as Chief.
Is that what they
Chief Morales. Yeah.
I didn't
So I'll
know.
tell you a story. Jimmy and I have known each other probably almost as long as Mayor Levine Cava and I have known each other. So we're at another Chambers Goals Conference. And, one of the things they used to do back in the day was have various breakouts for like the different committees, and the committees would set goals.
Right.
And so, I used to go to the Leadership Miami breakout, and I used to go to the nonprofit breakout because I was working in nonprofit. And so I went to a session that was on the sports council. And we had this long discussion about how Greater Miami didn't have a sports commission. The state had one, Palm Beach had one. Palm Beach's one is so amazing. They give out the Ray Guy Top Punter Award.
And everybody knows who's Ray Guy.
You know,
Oakland Raiders, Hall
Hall of Famer, but he was,
Palm Beach guy.
a guy from the neighborhood. So, the good news is that, that germination of an idea began there. And so Jimmy was a county commissioner. And then he says, I'm going to run point on this. So he included me in all the planning meetings. And so we helped put together the job description. And so when they finally put together the search, Mary Scott Russell was the person in charge of the search, because she was, I don't know, the vice chair of the League of Cities or something.
Right.
And so I think they hired a guy, I can't remember his name, but he was here for a few years. And the goal was to focus not on bringing Super Bowls, because those have their own host committees, but bringing amateur sporting events like an NCAA basketball tournament, like soccer tournaments, like, NCAA regional
And everybody's
tournaments.
fighting for it now. By the way, the Millers.
Big business, because it's hotels, it's hospitality, and now, of course, it is,
Airbnbs.
well, trying to find the best venue to support the event.
So Millers, like you measure by time. We don't measure by time. We go, that's 10 pounds ago. That's 20 pounds ago.
Oh, really?
That's 30 pounds ago. Am I correct, Michael?
Does Michael do this too?
Yes, sir.
Michael, did you meet Diego?
Who? Yeah, I Diego.
Who? Oh, hi.
I spoke too soon.
Such a clown.
All right. Well,
I don't know who the bigger clown is here.
the difference is people think I'm
There
the
are a lot
clown.
of choices. That's what I got to say.
I think people are comfortable with you being in that space.
Right. But Michael is more funnier. His dry sense of humor is much funnier.
And this is
Yes. Yes. Well, I couldn't find my the article that I wrote on
Mother.
spending, but I'll send it to you. I don't know. Did you find it on social media, Diego?
Nope. So, Mark,
Or he doesn't follow the chamber is what he's trying to say.
good job. Your mother's in the chamber. You don't follow.
Try to, can you rectify that? Maybe?
Well, it's a wrap, Mark. You're gonna wrap
It feels like it went too quickly. And Gerald was already up, like giving us the countdown.
I know.
I didn't wear a jacket today because.
Well, I knew because I wasn't.
I didn't necessarily know that, but lately it's sort of like something out of a situation comedy.
Where do you get massaged at the gym?
I'm sorry.
Do you get massaged at the gym? I hit my
It's a
leg.
very personal question.
Oh, okay, I'll hold back.
Are we talking about a professional massage?
Professional massage.
Typically at the gym. My guy there does it for me. Not every Saturday, but I would say once a month. If I have stayed consistent and worked out 4 days a week for a month, then Jimmy does my massage for me. And let me tell you something. I will come out of there like a new man.
Well,
and I love him because he's very chatty. And so
and you chat.
I like to chat, and it keeps me awake. So I'm not like face down, like drooling, like through that whole thing. Because I tend to like start to fall asleep and then I drool, and then I'm embarrassed because I start snoring. I have a lot of like insecurities about that. But
It's switching to the guards.
what do you do on Mother's Day? Your mother has passed.
How many years ago was that, Michael?
30,
79?
maybe 40,
79 or 80?
79.
79.
40 years.
August what? 13th?
It's been a while.
Pretty close, Miller.
What was it? 22nd?
And then,
August 79.
And then do your boys spend it with your ex-wife?
Well, my younger one was studying. He's had a test
It's in
on
law
Monday.
school.
And my other one is in
Atlanta with the girl.
Right. So I find, I celebrate Mother's Day with any mother who wants to spend time with me.
I think that should be on your hat instead of MD.
That's Mother's Day.
I celebrate
stands
with
for
any
Mother's-
mother who wants to spend time with me.
That's what it stands, Mother's Day.
That's very nice. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the end of another show, and our time together, I think, is always a lot of fun and valuable. I was trying to explain the show to Diego. I don't think anybody who I work with at our office ever watches.
Yes, they do.
No,
But
I don't think
not right now,
so.
but later in the day, the next day, they all watch it. But the average, we have 1,000, 2,000 people watch this every week.
Are we just humor me? Are we, or is it that guy that was on before
No.
who says the same story every time?
No, we got rid of him. So I have to tell you a funny story. I have to tell you.
And I know people tell you in the community that they enjoy our
Oh, please.
repartee.
I have to tell you the
Do you
funniest.
think people think that we're in a relationship? of some
Everybody
sort?
thinks we're related. Relationship.
What? Well, which is that? God, I hope it's not both.
All right, we got to wrap it up, Mark.
I think Diego has literally eaten all of Erica's candies. Oh,
That's
he
right.
won. Yeah. So first of all, I hope everybody on our team starts feeling better soon, and not because we need you to come back and work events, but because we don't want you feeling bad. I hate
Well,
feeling
if
sick.
they're out, I'll work the events.
You can't come tomorrow. Diego's helping out. Yvette's coming in. I got Martine coming in.
I'm gonna try to get the eye doctor.
Jen, everything. I've got the whole squad.
Oh,
Extra help. Ephraim, my friend Denise.
Who
we
did
call in the
Denise talk
squad.
to me at the gym? Why didn't she ever come up to me?
I think she doesn't want to disturb you. Plus, I think she's the type that when she gets into the gym, she's like super
I want
focused
you
in
to
the zone.
show me a picture of her. Let's wrap it up first.
All right. Well, what you want me to do? You
Wrap
got
it
me
up.
Really confused.
I have a funny story. to tell
Anyway,
you.
so we'll close with this: is that we are blessed to be your chamber of choice, and most importantly, we're here to serve you in whatever you may need. Small businesses, of course, have a home. They're the heartbeat of who we are. But I will tell you, after being with such a great group on Friday, I'm more convinced than ever that we are finding ways to create opportunities, create jobs, convene people, create conversations that are meaningful. And that's going to be who we are going forward. We're rolling out a new strategic plan in the next year. And so I'm starting to meet with those folks at the end of the week. And I couldn't be more excited because I think we're going to look to be, more focused on the big picture, not just, growing members and retaining members and putting on great events. I think we're going to be a real convener around essential conversations. So stay tuned. Keep an eye on what we're doing. And if you're not a member of the chamber, whether it's ours or another, join your local chamber. It's a great way to meet and connect with people. But I guarantee you make a great contact, you follow up and follow through, you're going to have a new piece of business that's going to help you grow your business before the end of 2022. Have a great chamber day, everybody. As always, Grant Miller, I love sharing a microphone with you.
Grant Miller here, 305.